Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Cook Stuff. This week, I decided I wanted to try a little something that has been coming up on my YouTube recommendations. I see a lot of people basically frying ramen with egg, but then they add all sorts of extra stuff that makes it really more complicated than I think it should be, especially when the video title usually implies that the whole thing is going to be super simple. So, I'm going to take the core idea of those videos and we're going to make that for ourselves and we're going to keep it nice and easy. Now, I've never tried this before, so I'm hoping it goes okay. Can't think it'll be that hard, but we're going to be making some noodles with some egg on the stove. Anyway, let's take a look at the ingredients, see what we're working with. Here are the ingredients for tonight's dish. We start with some unflavored ramen. That's right, there's no flavor package or anything with this. Some eggs, and finally, these spicy pasta cubes that I like to use as kind of a bouillon. All right, let's get this started. We start by putting the dry, unflavored ramen into a container. Next, I'm going to boil some water in the kettle here. Next, we're going to put in 2 of these pasta cubes. These things are actually pretty easy to crush up, and so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Then we're going to crack in 2 eggs. And we're going to mix all this up here. You know what? I think we could use 1 more egg in this. It's our mixture. We're going to set this aside. Okay, my electric kettle is boiled. I'm going to put some water in here. Go. I'm going to wait about 3 minutes. I think that's enough time. Let's go ahead and drain this off. Next, we're going to take a frying pan. This is actually my new frying pan. And put in some oil. Let's get this nice and hot. Next, we put in our noodles. Spread these out a little bit. And finally, we add our spicy egg mix. You know what? I think this might actually be done. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it onto a plate. Okay. So we got here. There we go. And finally, we'll add a little bit of chopped green onion to the top. All right, moment of truth. I have here kind of a pseudo omelet that consists of some unflavored ramen that I poured on egg flavored with some pepperoncino bouillon, basically, and then topped with a little bit of green onion. God, it smells really good, honestly. All right, but let's give it a try and see how it tastes. First of all, get a nice big bite there. All right. Oh, God. Damn, that is really good. You know, you've got the egg, which is nice and creamy. Those pepperoncino pasta cubes that I threw in really give it a nice little bit of flavor, but not too spicy. And, of course, the ramen has a nice texture and gives it a little more body. Man, I'm going to need another bite of this. Plus, that green onion gives it a nice little bit of extra flavor as well. All right, let's get another piece of this. There we go. All right, check that out. Oh, Now, this is really salty, mostly from the pepperoncino pasta cubes, but man, this is surprisingly delicious. I did not think it was going to taste this good. It's a little bit messy, though. See, in the videos that I saw, they added like fresh grated cheese and bratwurst and all these ingredients, even though it was supposed to be this simple thing you could make. And really, once you start adding all those extra ingredients, that's not so simple anymore. So I guess their definition of simple is different from mine. Go, nice big piece here. Most of my viewers know I don't really use recipes or go on anything specific, but these been popping up in my YouTube suggested feed enough that I figured, sure, I'd give it a look. And once I got the idea of the basics, I figured, yeah, man, I can take the core idea of that, keep it simple, but make it a little bit nicer, right? So I think we need one more huge bite. Was this difficult to make? Not at all. In fact, I would argue this is easier to make than an omelet because with those noodles in the pan, the egg kind of holds together. You don't have to mess with it that much. It keeps it all in a nice little mass. All you have to really do is just make sure that it doesn't overcook. And then when you're done, just fold it over like a regular omelet. Now, if you can't get unflavored ramen in a package, just buy flavored ramen and don't use the flavoring. And in fact, the flavoring from a packaged ramen can be used in other cooking things. So, I mean, hang on to it. And as for the pasta cubes, I'm not sure what to tell you. If you can find some sort of bouillon that you like, chicken, pork, beef, it's fine. And then if you want to make it spicy, just add your favorite spicy powder or whatever, and that should do the trick. As for the green onion, yeah, chop up a little bit of green onion. Japanese grocery stores and convenience stores usually sell already chopped green onion, so it was easier for me to get that than it is to do it myself. But if you want something fresh, or if you can't find it like that, yeah, that's fine. Anyway, I have most of this left, and I'm not going to be able to finish this whole thing. In addition to being really good, it's also fairly hearty, and I wasn't really that hungry when I started it. So I'm going to have a little bit more, and then I'll put the rest away and have it at a later date. So, as always, I appreciate you guys stopping in, and we'll see you in the next video.